Hi guys, day 6 I believe of the 90-day trial. Here I am with my silly hat on, sunglasses, but I'm outdoors mowing the lawn. One of the jobs I have to do in the summer especially to as a landlord to maintain the house. Now I could get a gardener to do it, and that's definitely on the future plans to systemise this whole business concept. So as I mentioned kind of briefly in the previous videos, part of me struggled to sit inside the test room and examine eyes all day every day because it was in a box with no windows, in a highly volume intensive, clinically stressful just very busy from morning to evenings and weekends, to be honest, all weekends, because it's retail. It opens Saturday and Sunday. So part of my journey into financial freedom and geographic freedom, not so much geographic, but I don't mind so much at the moment because I've got kids, so I don't really, the laptop lifestyle is appealing for bits and bobs during the year, but most of the time I've got to be near where the kids are at school. Yeah, so I ventured into property, got joined an organisation mentor much like SFM, but SFM specialise in online. These guys specialise in building property, so ended up buying properties like these old Victorian houses with 2 or 3 floors, doing high quality refurbishments to let to professional single people. Started in 2013 I believe. Just at that time in the UK was the triple dip recession was on the cards, and no one was looking at houses, especially when the London Olympics was on in 2012, so prices were much more reasonable, more affordable. I've been working for the previous 20 years to save up the money to do this. That's one thing that people might assume that is there, but no, it took a best part of 15-20 years of living frugally, working hard and living a very simple life. Still went out, still saw friends, still did a lot of things. I suppose I was, my job allowed me to do all of that, so that was good, but I didn't splash out on an amazing car. I did go on holidays, but I was very much into doing Tai Chi back then. If anyone knows Tai Chi, it's kind of free to do. You can do it in a garden. Obviously the classes weren't free, but there was good special offers on back in those days to do annual memberships and things like that. And yeah, just it's very bizarre sitting here because we've got a few of these houses now, which is really, some of the guys on this video have been talking about money issues, money problems and stuff like that, and yes, it's right. You got to get your mindset right first, because even with this property game, the numbers involved are staggering. It's hard to be in property and developing property without money, so you need to start the journey 15 years ago. Or the best time to start is today, I should put that in. Just start accumulating, start getting on the path. Again, the end goal is very, very important. The vision, the destination is like putting a postcode into a TomTom and going straight there. Yes, there will be massive obstacles in the way, but if there's a roadblock, go a different direction, move around. As long as you've got your destination there, input into the TomTom or any other generic satellite navigation system, you'll get there eventually. And I must admit, when I started the journey, I took all that with a pinch of salt, but it's true. It's like a compass, really. Your goal, your visions and everything, the whys. Why did I want to do this? Started this journey just as my first thought on property, first daughter was born, and I realised sooner or later that I needed to be around a lot more. Obviously you loved them to bits, and I wanted to see her grow up, and it changes your life. And being away all week and weekends and going to meetings in the evenings and things like that, it didn't very much bode well. So I started the journey, the first foray into property, to get rent, and we're not the nicest PR image as landlords, but I'd say I'm one of the better landlords. I think most of us are. We look after our tenants. to pay a very reasonable rate, and we look after the properties as much as we can. And I hope to systemize this gardening bit eventually in the future, maybe put some artificial grass on, but I hear that's quite expensive. At the moment I don't mind coming out because it mainly means I'm not sat inside a test room testing eyes all day. I get to come out. Even painted this shed myself. Again, things you do on your off days when you got a bit more time and a bit more energy. It's silly little things. Average day, painting a fence. You know, when I was working full time, I remember working 7 days a week for a year once. It was crazy, but I was accumulating the money because I needed the money to do what was needed. I just took every job that was out there. Employed, I was part employed, part self-employed, working weekends, doing this and doing that, driving up and down the country to accumulate the money in order to get it. And part of the hard work was obviously becoming an optometrist in the first place, but again, it's getting your head down, being consistent, working at it, doing what you set out to do, and killing it. And the journey is hard, but it's worth it. It's worthy, it's worthwhile. It's the destination is definitely where you want to be. And my journey's still going, because having done this property, even working part-time, there've been times when I learned that in the 4-Hour Workweek book. Love that book, by the way, brilliant book. And it's what kind of was the trigger to get into online, incidentally, because I knew the future was online. But the 4-Hour Workweek, I just didn't know how to do it, which is where SFM comes in. But yeah, there was a bit in there that I'm grateful to have experienced, having been part-time, and sometimes when my kids are sleeping and I've not really planned anything for the day, I've been bored out of my mind. And it's a luxury, I realise, in the modern world that you just don't get nowadays. I was never bored when I was working hard 7 days a week for a year. I just came home, collapsed on my bed, managed to muster up the energy to make some dinner, eat my dinner, and then fall asleep because I was so mentally and physically exhausted day in, day out of just working, surviving, trying to socialise, trying to create a life outside and do a few hours, friends meeting up, things like that. But yes, the end goal is to try and experience that. And anyone, I'm not saying I'm the master or anything like that, but anyone who hasn't experienced true boredom, it's probably what Stuart Ross and Jay Kupisak, it's probably why they set up this business system. At the end of the rainbow, once you've got everything that you want to get, that's my wife who does this business with me, so that frees up my time. She's brilliant. Every time, if you get to the end of the rainbow where you've got pretty much everything you need to survive, and then it's all these purposeful and spiritual things that matter more to you, because doing nothing, the absence of work, does not create happiness. It really doesn't. There is a void that you have to work really hard at it, and here I am still working. I'm mowing the lawn because I quite enjoy it. Nothing exceptionally sexy, but it's quite good fun. Breaks up my week. But yeah, it's the void is a real thing, and that's another thing that really attracted me to SFM, was the purposeful, driven life. Now, I'm not that die-hard that I'm there yet. I think obviously when you've got kids, they take up a hell of a lot of time as well, so as a good father I should spend more time with them. The one's at nursery at the moment, one's at school, so it allows me to do this. But yeah, I'll try and finish mowing the lawns, get back home and start finishing off module 4. I'm kind of like 2/3 of the way through now. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I find that's definitely a topic, you know, the void of doing nothing. You know, you will look at all the richest, most successful people in the world, they don't do nothing. You know, I've got a friend personally who owns many practices, and he could have retired at 27. And I remember finding him after he retired for a couple of weeks. He was laid out on the floor, absolutely looked like a tramp. And I said, "What's up?" And he said, "I've got nothing to do. I've watched the latest football match. I've watched it 5 times now. I can't wait another 6 days for the next match to come. I don't have to go to bed, don't have to get up, and don't have to get dressed." And whilst it was good at first, he absolutely hated it. And I see him as a Formula One machine. He's like one of these true entrepreneurs, probably like Stuart Rawson. They're like, they need to be running hell for leather, fast, like a Formula One car. You don't park a Formula One car in a garage. He's got to be on the racetrack, driving around, achieving things, doing things, impacting things. These guys just can't stop. I don't think I'm one of those guys. I quite like to chill out every now and again, which is why I think I like the laptop lifestyle. But that's probably influenced by certain people around me, which is good. Like I said, your circle of influence is what you'll do. So I started on this little property journey, which has allowed me to have the extra time to do SFM. Anyway, kind of ranted on a bit too long. Better pack up and get to the next house. Maybe I'll do a video some other day on the other ones. But yeah, this is part of my average day as well, and allows me to think about meaning and purpose whilst I cut the grass. Okay, I'll see you later.